Nice sampler, bro. I like it. I like it. It's third world sampler. Ring the alarm.
That's funny. Third world sampler.
As you go around, the world becomes, it's not so big. You know, New York for me is my laboratory, and Brazil is the garden, you know. Back in Ukraine is a basement with all the old photos. So, what is home? The planet is home. It's just which part of the home.
So yeah, you roger that? You copy that?
I came in with a guitar to New York City, and it became a duo and then trio, and within 3-4 years, you know, quadruples. So it allowed us to just form itself, actually. There was not much of a script.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is what we're rehearsing. That riff starts together. It starts together and it ends together.
Writing process is the kind of central activity of it all. You know, Boris and Sergey and Tomas and Pedro, they're always engaged in some kind of form of musical activity. It's in our backbones.
A lot of sounds that I'm not familiar with, I get it from my brother here. And same with him. And it goes on deep into the crew and everybody, because we all have different experiences.
Music talks about the same thing, but in different languages on the different continents. So when we all comes together, we find out that almost we do the same thing before. So now we do this together with the different flavors.
Okay, the missing piece is who stole my socks?
What's going on in my wardrobe box? What's going on? What is the appropriate catering?
That's another day in the life of
Nobody is
Gogol
watching
Bordello.
great traditions of show business anymore. What's going on? Unacceptable.
I grew up in an apartment back in Ukraine that had 8 people, you know, including my grandparents and my cousin and his parents. Well, check out how many people is in our band. It's like I didn't stop accumulating until it reached that mark. So there's some comfort thing from the subconscious that says 8 people is the bubble, 8 people is the home. You know what I mean?
Through this experience as immigrants, we sort of develop this tolerance. It doesn't matter if 3 people are speaking Russian, 2 speaking Amharic, or 2 Spanish. Everything is understandable because we have this tolerance level quite high.
It's like we got a bit more, maybe, thicker skin for it.
I don't think
What
I'm
is
ready.
this?
Women.
Porn.
No porn.
I've learned the dirtiest things first, of course, from Russian culture and language. But then I've also equally learned about the music, you know.
That's why I warm up for now.
This show, with the amount of, like,
Yeah,
if you don't stretch and warm up, you're screwed.
this is a very demanding band, but we're up for the task.
Gonna keep it going, 24 hours.
When you tour 9-10 months out of the year, non-stop, you have to find what keeps you together as a person. And even though it's physically tiring, this could only be solved mentally.
Martial arts has been pretty much becoming like a huge element in our lifestyle because the mind, as you know, is a galloping horse. It's just, hey, where is it? It's already behind horizon. But to really encounter the world and not to fall apart, you're gonna need some meditation, whether it's moving meditation or stuff like this. There was a phase in my life where I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna go to China and one of those monasteries and just do that for like a year. And then I just went to like Buddhist monastery for 4 days. I was like, hey, going there for 4 days saved me a whole fucking year. You know, like, that was plenty.
It's never boring. It's always tension.
Yeah, I feel like being in Gogol Bordello is like a library. You can walk down any aisle. Today I feel like philosophy, and you can go down that aisle and hang out with that person. Or, you know, you kind of like, you know, I'm into like a coloring book today, and then you can like play with that.
You walk onto a bus of other bands. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You see guys like watching TV, playing video games, but you walk onto the bus in Gogol Bordello, and there's one dude like blasting reggae, and like this guy is like eating, you know, smoked fish and drinking vodka and playing like Russian jail songs, and there's so much going on, and like every day is something completely improvised.
I don't really make plans that much. I like to watch the kind of carpet unroll ahead. Is old, you know, Romani saying, "Ja vorta," you just pick a path in life, and it's the sense of destiny.
Portland, Oregon, huh? Back in the day, as we learned, a man was not considered to be funny. As you know, down there on the hills, not cross the seven seas.